Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Jeremy, founder of QuickMail.io.
And this is Jack, Chief Lead Generation Officer at salesbread.com.
Today,
tear
tear
down.
down.
Tear down.
Yeah, that was good.
We'll,
That was good.
we'll get it synced one of these days.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Who
I'm
sent
missing
the
it.
tear down, Jeremy?
It feels like ages since we've done a tear down. Like, I
Yeah.
want one. Tear down or tear down? Like, when they're crying,
down.
it's a tear, right? It's
a tear down.
Tear down.
That's clever. Okay, so who sent this to us, this first one, Jeremy?
Oh, this is a listener, actually, who said, like, hey, where can I send my submission for a teardown? And I was like, cool.
Yeah.
Well, he did us on podcast@quickmail.io. He did, unfortunately, he used the subject line as, like, hey, this is a teardown, but we also want to see the subject line. So whenever you do that, guys, send us the actual subject you're also using.
Yeah. So where can we send the teardowns? It's podcast@quickmail.io. If you want to get your cold email featured and tiered down on today's show.
That was bad.
All right. Quick word from our sponsors. Jeremy, can you start this time? I'm always
sure. So I run quickmail.io. It's a fantastic tool, especially if you're an agency and have multiple accounts and you need some workflow, something solid, an engine for doing outreach by emails. Do check us out. We're really good. We also have outreach system, an auto warmer system that you can use for free. So even if you want to sort of like check us out, slowly, or like you just go ahead and then get your deliverability improved by just heading to quickmail.io. Kind of a new page today, but I felt like it.
I like it. I'll switch it up to, if prospects keep ignoring your outreach messages and you're either not sure if this whole thing is going to work for you as a channel, or you're just tired of doing everything yourself, check out salesbread.com. We will send you one lead per day by sending ultra personalized cold emails and LinkedIn messages that you wish you would have wrote. And we're actually insanely sophisticated with list building. So I'm sure that whatever way you found your hot prospects, we're going to be able to fine tune that for you. So you're reaching out to more people that have a bleeding neck for what you offer. Okay. So if this piques your interest, head over to salesbread.com/contact, find out about our pretty much risk-free campaigns. We're now offering money-back guarantees to clients that want to use us for lead gen. It's either we send you one lead a day, you don't pay. I know that's pretty wild.
It's like the Domino pizza, arrive in 30 minutes.
Yeah,
it's free.
Pretty much. I just have to believe in what you're selling. I've said no to some people, so it's not like a blanket, anyone come get it. But yeah, that's you. Salesbread.com/contact, get in touch, and we'll see if we can do some risk-free lead gen for you. All right, now let's do this teardown. I'm going to go ahead and share a screen.
All right. Oh yeah. And for listeners on iTunes or whatever, we are just going to read it as usual. Or for people who can't be bothered, who have a small screen, or are on a different tab. So many possibilities.
What?
I don't know. I'm just rambling. Let's get to it.
You're rambling. I got it set up. Let's get straight to it. Subject line is, we don't really know, because Bruce, you didn't tell us. So
hey, hi Bruce. Thanks for submitting.
Okay. Well, don't worry, because when we do this teardown, we will recommend a subject line for you, Bruce. Okay, how's that? So let's get to it.
Actually, empty subject line may work, as we keep saying.
True.
Try that one, Bruce.
Let's give it a go. Hey there, first name. Are you in either of these two situations? You generate leads for your clients and need to help them convert more of them into sales. You don't generate leads for your clients, but they buy/generate them, and you'd still like to help them produce more sales. If so, we should schedule some time to talk. Our virtual sales agent technology matches the key performance metrics of its human counterparts, live sales agents, but at a much lower cost on a cost per action basis. And I've got the numbers to prove it. Here's the idea. We sell wholesale to you and you mark up however you'd like to your clients. Want to explore further? Here's my Calendly link. Thanks. Okay. So Bruce, how long you been listening to the show?
Yeah, I would say it's not as strong as it should be, but some of the elements are here. It's just not strong. You see what I mean?
Let's tackle them one by one.
Yeah.
The first one for me, Jeremy, it's too long. Feels like this should be broken up into 2, maybe even 3 emails. Would you agree?
Yes and no. I would say that for me, the volume, I agree with you, but the content, I disagree with you. As in, like, there is no number. There is no actual, meat to the bone. It's just
Okay.
like,
Well,
hey,
hold on.
trust me, it's going to be great.
Let's check it out. Check it out. Here's how I would break this up. Number 1, we match the KPIs of live sales agents, but at a much lower cost. Neat. That's number 1. Numbers to prove it. A follow-up messages with actual numbers. Let's see a dashboard.
Could be mini case study. I was thinking, like,
go.
hey,
Let's
for example, we did that with company X who managed to reduce from A to B.
Yeah. So it's we did X for company Y in Z months time period.
That's right. Time period is missing.
And then so you got 2 different emails here, and then finally there is an opportunity to like white label this thing, which I think deserves its own message.
That's right. I do agree. That should be a follow-up for this one for sure. Yeah.
So there's the way I think about it, Bruce, is like I'll sit down with a client and we'll just like list out the value props, or you can call them benefits if you want. And then next to that, we'll list out the, let's say, pain points that your customers are facing. And then next to that, we'll list out credibility boosters, so social proof, mini case studies, that kind of thing. And then next to that, we'll list out appropriate CTAs. It's really straightforward. And then you can pick and choose one from each column in order to start building out different campaigns. So I think here, Bruce, you've got like 3 benefits, or maybe 2 benefits and 1 social proof that could stand alone. Not for sure, but from like a first glance, that's suggestion 1.
If you're uncomfortable with that, I say just try with 1 less. Like, try to drop the wholesale stuff and let's see if it actually performs better or not.
There you go.
For me, what's really you got Loom trying to update at the perfect time. For me, what's missing is the personalization first. Right, it looks like an advertisement or a sales letter, like not necessarily the hazer, but are you in either of those 2 situations? It looked like
attention business owner, right?
It's weird. Yeah, I say I say for me it's weird. It's like the
conversational.
Yeah.
So let's do like a crappy revision of this.
Okay. Love your show, guys.
Okay,
like an intro type of thing.
Yeah. Love you. No, but then
okay.
Let's pick on sales spread for now. Let's say like again, let's do a crappy version. So it's like
it's just the idea on how to improve it.
Just read about your, money back, promise on your leads you generate, and wanted to find out if you either, again, it's crappy. Like, that's strange, right? It's like, how do we not know which bucket these people are in, right?
Yeah, exactly. This is an interesting thing, because what are you trying to do here? You're trying to segment your list, which we discussed about this strategy in past episodes. Like, if you have like a too big a list, then, just go ahead and try to segment them by just asking them what category they're going. But it's like here we're not only segmenting them, but also, trying to go that sort of like 2 step forward instead of actually just doing 1 step at a time. So I'd probably like take it like slowly, like, asking them probably like, hey, just wondering if you guys are actually doing X or Y, type of thing, because
look at that.
Whatever.
Yeah. Okay, so what if, again, let's make like a crappy rewrite here. It's like, hey there, first name, learned how you generate leads for your clients. Again, just kind of removing stuff.
Sure.
Do you need help converting more of them into sales ? And I would recommend this mostly because you should know if they generate leads or not, but by how you build your list. So you can, If you're not sure, one way I do it, I don't know, I'd go to Clutch, find like sales and marketing companies, and then like find keywords to indicate that they do lead generation. And then I would grab that group and then like maybe do a manual step or further filter to see if they offer this in their services page, whatever. You will know if they generate leads or not as you build your list. So let's say, hey,
So
first name.
would that be your call to action? Like, do you need help to convert? And then that's basically the end of the email. Would you actually consider it this way, or would you just like sort of like open a door with this type of question at the beginning?
That's pretty cool. You could do this.
Yeah,
and
you could, huh?
Sorry, Bruce. I'm going to butcher your email here. Let's just say you could just end it like, whatever. Talk soon, and then a PS, and
nice. PS magic,
PS,
baby.
yeah, let's do, to be transparent. And then boom, you tell them like, our virtual whatever.
Yeah.
Again,
We're specialized into, saving those key metrics for, at a much lower case. I hope that's something that worth discussing with you or something like that.
Yeah.
Love it.
Right. So what did we do here? Why is this better, you think, Jeremy? Like, well, I don't know. Like, let's say Bruce is on the line and he's like, well, what do I learn from this?
What did I learn from this, guys? I don't know.
So, okay. Shorter emails work better. Shorter emails force you to simplify things. More personalized is better list building so that you're not making them filter themselves. That's probably 80% of it. And maybe there's a dash of like boiling down what you've written about your value props so that it's more important to the prospect. The next thing I would mess with, and I won't for right now, unless you want to, Jeremy, but I would try and figure out how to make this very clear how we help me, like, or the recipient. We help, just black and white, we help these kinds of companies get more ROI from each lead generation using live sales agents, AI thing that converts at a 10% or a 10x. I don't know. Like, tell me what it does and what it is in
clear.
one sentence.
Yeah. And for me,
clear. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, I think that's good. And then Bruce, you could try to send us like a revised version with the follow-ups and with the subject line. What subject line should you do? Yeah.
Well, okay, let's just have fun with this.
It's a typical quick question.
Yeah, but I hate that. Just why? Because it's going to be a cold email when you open that.
It's true.
So, I mean, what if? Okay, let's put some crappy ideas or the way to break through writer's block here.
I would start with maybe cost per action, whatever.
So I might say, let's. CPA, I don't love that because that sounds like an accountant, but yeah, if it was like cost, customer acquisition cost or something like a little bit of an acronym.
Insider. Insider. Insider acronym.
What about this, Jeremy? Let me try some out. Sales agent.
Yeah, I think that works.
Okay, and I love short subject lines that appeal to curiosity, but are true to the message itself.
Exactly. Yeah. So I know it's going to be about sales agents, whether it's mine, whether it's someone else, whether it's the general. It's cool.
AI.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So yeah, I'm good. I think we should move on.
You're good.
Yeah, love it. Hopefully that was useful for you, Bruce. Let us know.
Yeah. And if you like this and you want us to tear it down, again, that's podcast@quickmail.io. You can say, Jack and Jeremy, check this out, and we probably will. So
it's better be good. Send us it's better be good.
All right. Also, we've got a second cold email. Let me create a clean new page here.
All right. So this
Are
is
we
something I just
ready?
received, right? I just received like, a cool email, and I'm curious to see what you think about it.
All right, Jeremy, let's check this out.
Maybe there's nothing much to it. Who knows until we know it.
I've got my cup of joe ready to go through my inbox here. So, subject, you'll double your blog readership. Hi, Jeremy. Hey, I'm a keen follower of quickmail.io. You have some great articles there, and I really enjoy it. It's informative and engaging as well. Hold on.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had the personalization puke. As a blogger myself, I would like to suggest a few topics that would engage your audience and drag new audiences to website as well. Wait a minute. Oh, was this Quickmail? What is this website? Is this a tag fail or?
Can I say?
Oh my
That's
God.
how it looks like.
It's going to be in the Hall of Shame. Oh man. I'd be thrilled to have my content appear on your site. Plus, you'd get a good boost in traffic to your site and SEO value as a result. We could discuss this in depth. Revert me once you get this. Best regards, Dan. Don't want emails from us anymore. And then here's like an address. It breaks like every rule I know.
Well, here's the thing: is like if you look at the first, not hi Jeremy, but the next one, it's like there's a capital H for hey and a capital A for AM. What's that?
Sorry, that's you mean the next cold email? Or,
no,
right
this one, the next line I was saying, sorry. The first line is hey Jeremy, but the next line is like hey, it's like okay, and then it's the capital A for
Yeah.
And it's like it's clearly that it's like it's so obvious that this is like a customization just being thrown in it. And then you got also website that is probably a fail on there end as well.
Really bad. Okay.
But imagine it was okay. Like imagine it was actually okay. What would you think of that?
You mean this? Imagine this wasn't there.
Yeah, or it was a better personalization. The idea basically, and I think that's what I want to discuss on the cast, is that a lot of people are trying really hard to get guest blogs. And so I was thinking, like, can we actually get something like what would make it work, that type of email type of thing? Okay,
so the first way to answer that is
good personalization.
Who are you sending to? Who are you sending to?
Right.
All right. Let's say you're who are you? In this case, it might be the owner of a website with a blog.
Right.
Right. Okay. Got it. And what does that owner of a website with a blog?
It's probably a technology company that has a website and a certain domain reputation for these blogs.
Sure. But then what? Right? Like, what does that owner of a website with a blog wake up and have on their to-do list? Like, what do they care about that you can tap into?
Well, okay, I see what you mean. So for some, for most, it's mostly content. Where do we get our content from, right? Can we actually get more content? We don't play this game specifically at Quickmail. We have a different approach, so that's not appealing to me. But for a few of them, it is. And I know it because we actually had success with that.
Wait, I'm going to put the air horn on because I don't know if you answered that the way I wanted you to.
Okay.
You don't wake up and say, I want my blog to have more content. Not at all. You say, I want my blog to make more money. Full stop.
Or for some people,
I want my company to
be more
make
traffic, right?
Yeah, but even traffic is not the end goal. Like I think it helps.
But in bigger company, that's how it works. That's their KPI. Because it's too remote from them, or it's SQL or MQL, whatever.
You always need that final destination in mind of your prospects, even if it's a KPI. It's like, great,
that I agree.
I'll help you reach that KPI and that's
that I agree.
So that you'll look great at your next marketing meeting because you'll be responsible for that.
But isn't that what he tried at the end? Like boost your traffic. That's basically what he thinks the KPI is for that person, is to boost traffic through content. It's basically what he's expecting, I would say.
Yeah. So, okay, let me do one. Let's ignore this. And the note here is if you're not going to take time to do personalization, don't bullshit your way through a first line because it's so obvious, especially with typos and like any like dropping in the domain doesn't help you. So if you're not going to do it, just
and it's a pure lie. Like, hey, I'm a keen follower, and then you see that it's a fake personalization. It's like you're starting on the wrong foot, man.
Right. Okay, so let's scrap that. But let's do like a minor tweak here towards the right direction. So if this said you'd get a boost in more targeted traffic, or even better, a boost in the number of agency owners of lead gen agencies that are coming to your site. Okay, maybe that's a little bit more relevant, a little bit more important.
Absolutely. When you understand what the audience of, target audience is, then you can, do some, I mean, to me, that's personalization or better list building, like if you're an expert, for example, in, I don't know, dentists, writing blogs for dentists that actually talks to patients or whatever type of thing. It's probably a wrong example, but because it's probably easier on B2B thing, but what they want more patients. And so you can mention like, hey, we've been writing, article that resonates with past patients. And in fact, we help, this other dentists, whatever, to increase the number of leads he got from articles or whatever. Obviously, you're spot on.
Yeah, so I'm going to back that up with what you just said, like a mini case study. This other company used this to,
just maybe this strategy or
our content or our content strategy, whatever.
Yeah, as soon as it's our content, it's like here it seems like it's one person and not necessarily. So it could be like my articles. Use my articles to whatever or something like that. Then in this case, that'd be probably easier or more appropriate.
Okay. So then we're getting specific with the promise, with the benefit, and then we're backing it up with a stat. Right. And then I'd be thrilled.
Like
the reason I'm not.
Who cares?
Yeah.
That he'll be thrilled.
The only. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So let's pick apart a few more. As a blogger myself, so they made a mistake. You probably won't always be reaching out to fellow bloggers. In this case, you're not blogging at Quick Mail, so this is a fail. So
yeah, I agree. But I think it's probably for authority type of thing. Is like, hey, I blog, right?
Great. So as a blogger of 7 years, as a blogger
much better.
Yeah, right. I would like to suggest, or even better, like blogger and like B2B SEO consultant, right?
Now we're talking.
Suggest a few topics based on
my experience, or based on experience working with 60 different customers or whatever.
I would almost say like based on reviewing like your 3 most popular posts for this year.
Nice.
And whatever, I won't put that, but the last thing obviously is the CTA is
do you want to do guest blogs for Quick Mail?
We'll talk. Okay, so yeah, like basically this CTA should be replaced with something that is direct, like a true call to action. It says we could discuss this in depth.
Revert me once you get this. It's like, what the hell? Like, dude, I owe you nothing. And that's weird.
Is that like a revert me? I don't even know what lingo that is.
That's kind of slang here. I don't know.
It's definitely not like something we would say in the US. So get your copy reviewed by you know what I mean?
It's like, Canadian. It's okay, man.
Yeah,
it's got a pass
from Canada.
Yeah.
I guess, but please,
anyway, reply to me.
Yeah,
it's horrible.
Yeah. And if you like some of the teardowns so far, check out course.quickmail.io.
Yeah.
This is just scratching the surface, folks. There's a lot of cold email
good strategies, approach, and yes, absolutely, that you need to. So yeah, course.quickmail.io, make yourself a favor if you want to write good cold email.
Should we do the last one, Jeremy?
Yeah, let's do the last one quickly.
Okay.
Where did I put the last one? Oh, I thought it was an interesting one. This one.
Let's check it out. Subject is
it's a new startup, and it's interesting.
Yeah. QuickMail and CoinGate. Greetings, Jeremy. Going straight to the point.
This is exactly what I wanted to get your your opinion on, but your pause actually said it all.
No comment. No comment.
Even I, who love people going to the point, you don't say it, you just go to the point.
Oh God, comic relief in the cold email world. Okay,
there you go. It's like private jokes, you know.
That's good. I'm reaching out to you because I believe you're the correct person to talk about adoption of digital currencies at QuickMail. As you may know, cryptocurrency is booming and it does not look like it will go away anytime soon. You can take advantage of being one of the earliest to adopt this payment method at your business and lead the market to the quote new norm. You would save on transaction fees, making them as low as 1% or even less. Also, there's no fees before you generate your first order, so there's literally nothing to lose. Would you like to try it out?
So there's a few things I want to say before you jump into what you think. I think one of the interesting things is this is a shot at a new technology or something brand new that could potentially shake, you know, the economy, or like you actually have to imagine you're coming up with a brand new piece of technology. Even for now, Stripe does it. But the point is that imagine you have like something completely new. How do you actually capitalize on that or get your point away? Because you're not going to have like tons of clients. You're not going to have, but it's very promising. So how do you actually communicate that? And there's a couple of things that, you know, I'd like to pick on, but yeah. What do you think of the thing globally?
So I don't go after, so I know that most people won't be an early adopter. There's only 5% of the market that says, yes, crypto payments need to be accepted at our company. Yes, yes. Okay. So I would go in ultra high tech first. I don't even think I would start with B2B technology or SaaS tool. Like I would look at like sister companies to other fintechs, right? Like if they are in the fintech space, but they're not in the payments side of things,
yeah,
they get it. If they, let's imagine they're in crypto, they sell something around crypto, they're a crypto exchange. Okay, maybe they already have a way to take payments, but that's certainly close to it. That's the group that is like, yes, let's go. They probably have already like been to conferences that talked about it. I want to find like the high tech within finance people first.
This is probably, unfortunately, a growth chat or whatever. But what I do is I look at who was the latest one who adopted certain technology. So it could be, for example, I don't know, Mark Cuban, I think, accepted now Dogecoin for his tickets on basketball stuff. So I would contact all the other basketball stuff and say like, hey, Mark Cuban is accepting Dogecoin. Is that a technology you also want to put in? Because we got a great and easy solution to do it in a few clicks, or whatever is the concern of the listener. But that's probably what I would do instead of
because what are you using? You're using what influence factor is that, Jeremy?
Well, it's an interesting one. It could be potential multiple one depending. It could be like, you know, liking in a sense, like, you know, we're all like stuff. Oh, it could be a theme or FOMO type of approach, like, you know, feeling of missing out. Yeah, scarcity. Yeah, actually, that's right. So it could be those two.
I love that. I think that's really clever because now you could, if you found the right audience that says, I want to be like Mark Cuban, or I am competing with Mark Cuban, they don't even have to get crypto. You can say, hey, your boy just did this and it's going to do Y, or here's the trends. You want to get on this before the rest, or before you lose out to sales to Mark Cuban or something. Like you could tone it down, but that's the read between the lines. I love that.
Yeah. So it's probably going to be a different approach for this email, but a couple of things that, yeah, obviously we laugh about the get to the point. Just don't do that. And then, you know, I'm reaching out because I think you're the correct person. It's probably can be dropped as well. And then you could just say like, hey, you know, something about, you know, yeah, how would you actually go about that?
Yeah, you could either say like, had a question about digital currencies, or like you could, they kind of went like, hey, let's partner like this, but I might say, let your customers pay you like this,
This
so it's
sort
like,
of end
can I,
result. Yeah.
yeah, I
Or like
wonder.
acquire more users. That's the idea, right? Convert more people, or yeah, I actually, it depends on what, people are looking for. Like, for example,
How
they're
about this?
talking
Like,
about saving fees. Yeah, but they don't talk about the volatility of that crap. It's like, I'm saying crap, but it's not crap. But the idea is that you don't really talk about volatility, and that may be the biggest concern. So, for example, there is a really cool crypto called Luna or Luma. No, Luna. And basically what it does is like, there is one side of it that is simple stable coins. So it is, you're getting paid in cryptocurrency, but it's pegged to the dollar. So it will always be the price of the dollar. And that's a nice, easy way of entering, cryptocurrency for some of those shops. So again, it will depend who you actually want to target and for,
so check,
what resonates.
I think that's great. What do you think of this, Jeremy?
I liked it.
My belief,
Mhm.
hear me
Go
out.
ahead.
The line that I would delete says, as you may know, cryptocurrency is booming and does not look like it will go away anytime soon. The message, the person that I'm sending this message to already believes this deep down. I don't need to waste my breath saying it. In fact, saying it makes it sound like it isn't. It's like, let's just work with the assumption that we both know crypto is booming. Because if they're like, hey, this is, real estate and, this island before it sinks is
Maybe,
so,
because I think it plays on a likability thing. It's like we both share some values and have the same value, and have the same belief. And so therefore I trust you more, right?
perhaps.
So I guess it could be interpreted two ways on this one. So I personally liked it, like, oh, this is one guy who really believes in what he's doing, right? And if I believe the same
Okay.
thing, then I think it's cool. So, but I would probably phrase it slightly differently, but I will definitely, like, for example, it's booming. Well, it used to boom, now it's plateauing. So it depends also on the timing, right? So, but that's the idea that I like behind it. Like, someone is basically, it's fine. I believe it's fine in your call email to, say what you're standing for, like, or project your sort of value judgment or a value system, right? I think it's fine as long as you have the same value system as the other one. Like, a good example is if I reach out to one side of the politician spectrum, then I say like, hey, I'm totally with the same person that you want to, you're going to be more like, we're going to be in the same group again, right? And I think this is a liking principle. But if you get it wrong, man, you get it really wrong.
Yeah. So what about this, Jeremy? It's like, cryptocurrency is booming, but I didn't see QuickMail was accepting payments yet. Are you planning on accepting digital currencies? And then, like, for background, other B2B SaaS like X and Y have started accepting payments because there's 1% transaction fees, nothing to lose. Like, I don't know, would that maybe get to the point, get a little bit, sweeten it up?
Oh, that's a good point. How would we actually rephrase that? So I love the, are you planning on accepting currencies at QuickMail? And I like it really much for a reason, simple, that is, it's a mouse and whisker approach. It could be coming from my client, right? And this is a really good one. I like that. Then the next thing is that, or you could say like, it's like, you could say before the are you planning, you could say like, hey, I was on your website, but then it is like total mouse and whisker, and it's really hard to revert from that. But it could really be where it's saying like, hey, I couldn't see anywhere where I couldn't see on your website,
Yeah.
If I could pay in Ether, for example, or in Dogecoin or whatever kind of, cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
that
it's
is
like
very
this.
difficult to turn into a sales, conversation.
Okay. So then, since this is interesting and probably going beyond the scope here, but we can tell if they're using, what is it, Stripe to process payments. And Stripe has this feature, I guess. So wouldn't it be nice to find like people not using Stripe, or the trick is the Stripe user more likely to be a crypto believer? And I
Oh,
think
that's a
that
good
answer
one.
is yes.
It could be
So
yes.
it sucks that Stripe is competing with them, because that is an indicator that they are more tech savvy, more
Right,
likely
true.
to buy
But there
into
is
Quick.
Paddle. Paddle is the competitor of Stripe. that doesn't actually do it yet. So it could be one gate. One gate.
There you go. Okay, so yeah, they better hurry with this campaign. This is one of the few examples where you go fast early on because this is a first leader move. Like if you're going to make
inbox rotation on quick mail.
Boom. No, really, you send 200 a day and you get it out there because so I'm just all right. A lot of pretty cool stuff. Let's just maybe wrap it up with saying
let's wrap it up.
Like
it's a long
the stronger lines here. Earliest to adopt, I think that's cool. And then no fees.
So for the fees, I'll do different follow-ups because honestly, like I mentioned, volatility is a much stronger problem than it is about the fees. Like, hey, that's great. You now have like 0.1% fees. Oh, sorry, the value dropped by 50%. Like, what the,
Good point.
No point. Like some people talk about inflation. Again, same thing. Sure, it's got like 2, 3, 5% inflation, but hey, recently, like crypto last week, like lost like 40% or whatever. So the volatility is the main strong point against adoption, I believe, in cryptocurrency. So you could actually just go ahead and address it, but you will have like multiple different points. Like maybe there's too many currencies. Well, then in this case, use stable coins or whatever kind of thing, right? They should really address that in each of the follow-ups.
Smart. Focusing on first adopter. But the one thing I'll leave this with is they missed out on what you said in the beginning of like, find a close competitor that's already doing this and drop it into the email. That's firepower. I love that. That was probably my favorite takeaway from the cast today. Yeah.
Well, you heard the man.
All right. Thank you, Jeremy. This was a really fun one. And I'll see you later. Appreciate it, man. That was a great teardown.
That's awesome. Thank you, Jack. And if people want to know more, just head over to course.quickmail.io and give it a go yourself and then see if you like it. There's no crypto.
Brilliant.
You need to pay with USD, like proper dollar.
That's right.
But go for it. Next year is going to be worth nothing. So you may well just buy the course because with the course, you're going to make way more money.
Wait, what's going to be worth nothing next year?
Well, the dollar. So anyway.
The dollar.
I'm not talking about the course. No, but actually it will worth nothing because we need to increase our price then. Anyway, I'm kidding. Let's talk about it in another episode.
All right. See you, Jeremy.
All right. See you, Jack. Thanks.